you're basically not going to have a chance creating like a product or building like an app or a software for $100 unless you just don't pay yourself and you just like work on it, right?
Yeah, because, well, even in grade 10, Jamie and I convinced our dad to let us use his credit card for the first time and buy shit from China. And we bought a bunch of like BlackBerry cases and like we would change the keyboards and shit.
Yeah.
But the first order was $200.
Yeah.
So like that already goes over the $100 limit of this card, and we never made any money trying to sell it back and repair phones. That was probably the worst. I don't know. It wasn't that bad. It lasted a while, but I think it just goes to show like we tried to start like a super cheap ass phone company and that cost more than $200. But starting a landscaping company or like automotive thing is basically free.
Yeah. That's the nice part with the service-based business. It's low barrier of entry. But yeah, ideally, like they're harder to scale. So, you know, doing it for under $100, making your first $100 will be easy. But if you try to take that and make like $1 million a year, then you're gonna struggle and you're gonna need to hire. You're gonna need to develop some new skills. Running a business, hiring, all that sort of shit. So it's harder to scale but easier to start. Whereas on the product side, harder to start but easier to scale. So it's, I don't know, it's kind of a balance. Like I think most people probably do end up starting with like a smaller service-based or like based on some knowledge they already have, they probably start with that. And then once they acquire some funds and resources, then they can go think more like, all right, let's add on a product to this. Let's put some R&D time and spend some money like actually building this out a bit more. So just like start small, start simple.
Yeah, because I think there's like a fine line, not a fine line, but when you start a service-based business, you make money right away.
Yeah.
You can pay yourself. If you start a product business, you can't usually, unless you have a lot of money to invest right away or you're sitting on cash. You're kind of waiting, and it's like product business are usually more like long-term. You get money in an automated sense kind of shit later on, but the beginning it's tough. Whereas service-based, at least you know if you go out, you're getting paid and you can keep going. So I think that's why a lot of people start with service-based. Like that's why I think it's a good place to start because you can just get paid for your time. You know you're going to get paid. And then it gives you a good chance to learn those skills.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like you're retaining more than just money on that.
Yeah, like you learn the basic business skills and the ways to run a company, and you're learning all these things. And then you can take that service business and everything you've learned, and you'll already be making money, and then you can productize through what you've learned.
Yeah.
But I think that's the transition most people don't make. Is they get stuck in a service business, and then because it gets to a point where you learn enough and you'll go, fuck, like I'm tired of trading my time for money.
Yeah.
And then you want more, but the only way to do that then is to productize. Not the only way, but that's kind of like the nice way. I mean, you can sell really expensive, work, or you can charge a crazy hourly rate, but still it's limiting because it's still an hour of your time, whereas like if you have a product you can sell unlimited as the amount of people in the world.
Yeah, and like even in my case, like when I have a service business and we're working hard to productize it, but it's been the hardest challenge really of the whole business is productizing that out and making it so it doesn't take all my time or all my partner's time.